What is up, my good people? How are y'all doing? It's Sunday night at 9. Was ripping and running a little bit. I'll explain why in a little bit. What's going on, y'all? So I finally got caught up on everything. Finally watched the season finale. The last weekend has been busy because unfortunately I had to travel to Boston. My mom's best friend of over 30 years passed to COVID complications the day after Christmas. So wanted to go and speak on behalf of the family. So send some hugs, some virtual hugs and some prayers to my mom. She's really feeling it right now. Auntie Henrietta Eaton, 30 years. We're gonna talk about a lot of different things tonight. My shirt, I've got my daughter on my mind, so I'm wearing my super dad shirt that she picked out for me. Family's grieving. We had another loss to the family this weekend, aside from my aunt. But I finally made it back home today. Got to watch the season finale, and there's a lot of emotions behind it now that it's over. There's so many times where there's just so much emotion. You don't know what to think, you don't know what to feel when you're going through it. But I got to send a shout out to all my castmates, man. They made it an enjoyable experience. Also shout out to all my friends and family that supported me through the whole journey. From we had a little kickoff party, and it was good, and then it was bad, and then it was good, and then it was bad. I'll try to explain why. You have a vision for how you want to present yourself on TV, right? You have a vision of who you are and who you want to be, who you want to be known as, but you don't really get to pick and choose what people see of you. And sometimes it's really disheartening. What's really worse is the people who don't know you, and the people who don't take the time to get to know you, and they'll see a picture or they'll see someone else's comment, and then they start judging you pessimistically. And then everything they see about you, they're entering it with this pessimistic mindset. And sometimes it makes you want to scream, because you're like, that's me, but that's not me. And you didn't even take the time to get to know me. But, so admittedly, when I first started reading the comments, right, it's because you want to know what the people think of you. But all the negative stuff about being called crazy and bug-eyed and saying that I'm gonna hurt somebody or I'm gonna kill somebody, or I've probably been abused or been an abuser, those things get to you, So it got to a point where I had to lay low for a bit. I got out of the chat rooms. I got off of social media for a bit, and it was crazy because it was at a time where I was willing to be more public. So having to shut it down again kind of put me in a place. And as you can see, during the show, I was really, really going through it. If you were following me on social media, then that there was a lot of things that I have been through the last couple of years, from actually addressing the fact that I had PTSD, and having that be there subconsciously, but not really acknowledging it, And there were times and I'm wearing this shirt too, and there were times where, I wouldn't take my daughter out in public because I was honestly afraid of what would happen. I don't like situations where I can't control them, but I would make an excuse and say, hey, I don't have that much time with my daughter, so when I am with her, I just want to spend time with her, and I don't want to share her with the world. But I realized I was doing it wrong, and it wasn't about me, it was about her, and I had to push through all that to create memories for her, so I just started doing that. And you'll see that, there were times I would pick her up on the weekends, and I'm literally prepared to do whatever she wanted to do. Like if she wanted to go take a flight to California, go to Disney World, then I would have done that. So before the show, I actually got a DM from a good friend who was actually friends with one of the guys from the previous seasons. And he sent me the casting call on a DM in IG, but he sent it on April Fool's Day. So I thought it was a joke. Yeah, I thought it was a joke. So I've done some calls before. So I filled out the application. I think they contacted me the next day, and I was like, oh man, this is gonna be real. And I went into it with this mindset to where I really, really needed to figure some things out about myself. So I had some friends hit me up with some videos, and then I started doing more research. One of those videos was about I think it was called Your Attachment Style. So I took some tests, answered some questions, and I realized that I had an avoidant attachment style. So I'm about to reveal a bunch of stuff to y'all tonight. So I realized I had an avoidant attachment style, and then I had to figure out why is that. We didn't have a lot growing up. I always say one of the greatest things my parents ever did was not let us realize how poor we really were. But we were always take it as a loss kind of people growing up because we really didn't have much. It was always like, we don't have it, all right, let's build from what we have now. Like, we're strong enough, we're gonna make it, we're still here. And I realized that that started to carry over to relationships. If a person wanted to leave, cool. It's gonna sting for a little bit, but just like growing up, I'll rebuild, I'll be all right. But then I had to dig a little deeper, like really, really deep. So what I did was I started thinking about the main pillars in my life, right? So obviously my parents, they were married. So let's go back. So my biological father wasn't in my life. He wasn't present. So what happened was I was subconsciously living as if I didn't deserve love because he didn't want me. So I'm living with that first. And even if someone did say they loved me, I probably didn't believe it. So that's the first thing. The third thing was, my mom. She's the woman, the queen, the everything. My very first memories of life is with my mom. My very first experiences of happiness is with my mom. The last person I ever want to hurt in life is my mom. But I felt like I had to kind of speak and live in my truth about some of the things that I've seen there. And it affected me, maybe not necessarily negatively, but it affected me to a point to where I just got to a point where I couldn't trust 110%, like it was always something there. So that inability to trust, combined with the fact that I don't deserve love, led me to me being how I am and acting how I acted. And then there's the third one, my father. Right? I would never call him my stepfather. He's been there since I was 2. But, you know, he is my superhero, right? So what I saw from him was the fact that, you know, he was dedicated to my mom, you know, over 20 years. So now I'm thinking, what would 20 years of dedication get me? So I'm all kinds of messed up mentally and emotionally, to the fact where relationships, you know, they can come, they can go, but I've never really kind of considered pulling the trigger on marriage, because I wanted marriage to be forever. And it meant a lot to me. So my approach to the show, after figuring all that out, after figuring out PTSD, after beating anxiety, after doing so many, and you'll see it in my previous posts, a bunch of different mental challenges. I would do my 5 miles every day. I got into Eckhart Tolle, started reading The Power of Now. Like, I had beaten a lot of shit, right? Bunch of different mental, emotional childhood traumas. The way that I like to describe it, the analogy that I like to use is, you know, when you work out, you have this weighted vest, right? And in this weighted vest, you have these bunch of weights that may have Velcro on them, maybe a pound each or 2 pounds each. And I realized what I was doing as I started addressing my childhood traumas. It was like, I get to take one of these vests, these weights, you know, that I was walking this life with, and throw that out. And it made my walk through life so much lighter. And I wanted everyone else to experience that too. So if you have any things that you're dealing with, any childhood traumas, anything that you feel like you should address, go ahead and address that, because I'm telling you, that walk through life is so much better. So my approach to the show was to go all in. The love thing was the last thing I needed to figure out in life. At the time, that's what it felt like. So, you know, after talking to my sister about everything, you know, my sister, Deuce, she was like, Ty, don't embarrass us and don't get caught out there on stage at the end. So, just like me, if you know anything about me, I'm going to give it my all. Integrity is important to me. And I just felt like the one thing that I owed the women was the truth. You know, and I started to realize that as adults, you should be able to accept the truth, no matter how much the truth is going to make you feel. And then a wise person once told me, you know, that I'm not responsible for your feelings on how you interpret my feelings. Because for a long time, I would always, you know, try to play the nice guy role, don't want to hurt feelings, but I realized that it just makes things worse in the end. And that's what I wanted to do, and I know probably the timing wasn't right. Obviously, I wasn't thinking about timing because it was the dude's elimination week. What kind of dumb would even do that? But I wasn't thinking about, you know, I wasn't thinking about the show. I wasn't thinking about airtime. I can't speak for everyone else's approach, but that was my approach. Me being kind of I guess, an analytical person. I get paid to pay attention to the little things, so there were some little things that I had noticed right away. and I don't want to say like it swayed my decision, but when my approach is to find forever, that's the way you're going to move. You're going to start to move towards forever. And I kind of went after it. But it's cool. I realize, God didn't put me here to fail. And everything turned out in my mind the way it was supposed to turn out. And I'm okay with it. My castmates are amazing. We're all cool, I think. For the most part, we're all cool. I applaud all of my castmates that have continued in the journey, because I know that shit is not easy. So when I do get the opportunity to like see them in person, I always like to ask them, like, how you doing? Like, really? Like, how you doing? You good? You sure you're good? I honestly feel like we all need therapy. And I don't mean that in a bad way. I really don't. But yes, therapy. But again, anyone that supported me, thank you so much for the support. I got to exhale on it today, and it was a lot. Honestly, it was a lot. Just so many emotions, and even still, like looking back on all the comments, reliving those times, because you are all watching it, but we all lived it. And then you start to do the math. You start to remember like how people were moving in the show, during the casting, during the taping, and then everything starts to make sense. I purposely didn't really get cool with a lot of the guys because I didn't want how I felt about them to affect the way that I move. I did kind of slip up once with Walter. He was the first dude I met, and we were all nervous about being there, and his presence kind of calmed me down a lot. And I really wanted Walter to win, but everyone's journey is different. Once I was voted off, I kind of backed away from it all. I wasn't really keeping in touch with a lot of the folks, and whatever happened, with them happened with them. And they gotta deal with that, and I'm just hoping for all my castmates that I'm hoping that they were able to experience the journey and live the journey the way that they wanted to live the journey. And I'm hoping that they can live with the decisions that they made, and they're able to move on. The crazy thing is I'm seeing the comments about, loving hard, and the crazy thing is I don't. And that's, and that's why I took it so seriously. Y'all lucky my aunties weren't on the show, because they would have really went in, and they would have told them like, it's not going to be easy, not going to be easy. I won't say that I'm for the streets, but when we were talking about the attachment and not caring, and I wouldn't say I don't care, it's just I won't say I didn't try. I have been in 3-year relationships, 5-year relationships, lived with a few people. Just didn't work on forever. All right. What we got? We got questions. I'm ready to answer them for a little bit. Oh, I'm not worried. I feel like what's meant to be will be. I'll find someone eventually. I know I joke around, like in my story today. I made that "honey, I'm home" joke. I'm just playing. Oh, my sign, I'm an Aquarius. Yeah, I'm an Aquarius, deep thinker, analytical, go with the flow kind of person. Introvert. I wouldn't say empath, but I can definitely read people. Oh, thanks for the support. Even if you haven't watched the show, if you're still seeing my posts, that's cool. That's cool. Yeah, I was military. Yeah, military. 2 deployments, Iraq. One of my jobs in Iraq was to go to every single base in Iraq and do a network security assessment. So even though I wasn't shooting, we was getting shot at, mortared, all that stuff. Black Hawk or Chinook every other Friday. Try not to tell my mom about that, but yeah. Oh, another joke I was gonna make. You might have seen my previous post about me going on journeys, and me. I had mentioned having this desire to go to the most racist city, but to go in uniform. My mom didn't really like that, so I had to had to quiet that down a little bit. But I did go to Boston, so no, I'm just joking. I'm just joking about Boston. I'm just joking. What else we got, y'all? If there's any fellas on the show, any fellas from the show that want to jump on, I got some time for that. Just send a request. I start with the fellas first because the ladies always have their live. But if any of the ladies are there, I can't see. I'm trying not to read, but even if the ladies are here, let me know. Am I the baby in the family? No, I'm actually the oldest. So I take family very, it's very, very important to me. And there's a reason why it's important, and it's because my father, who I mentioned wasn't my biological father, but I met him when he was 2. When I was 2, he brought me a younger brother and sister. And my journey's been posted, on my Twitter, on my YouTube channel, on the company's YouTube channel. But I was the only one in the house who didn't have the same last name. And there's a reason why I held on to my name, and it's because I always felt like I may have had some other siblings out there. And I always felt like the only way that they would find me is through my name. So I would always use my middle initial, because my middle initial would differentiate me from the other Tyrone Wilsons out there. So about 3 summers ago, I actually went on a journey and found my other brothers and sisters. I recorded it, I went live so y'all could see that. So that's important to me. Am I still single? Yeah, I'm single as shit. But it's cool. It's cool. I think I see Walt. I think I see Sean. What up, fellas? If y'all want to join, let me know. We could chop it up for a little bit for the people. Diera was good. Am I still interested in dating Shiloh? I think that I honestly feel like the Shiloh, I don't want to call it an experiment, but it's past us now. I don't have anything bad to say. I know y'all want some tea, but I don't have, you know me, I'm not going to say anything negative. Am I ready? I'm ready for the right person. I feel like the show, and what y'all probably don't understand, is the time is different for us. Like, time is condensed. Also, you don't know how much time you have. So we're having deal breaker conversations early, right? Like, early. A day feels like a week, you know? What else we got? What kind of woman am I interested in? That's a really good question. Let me try to answer that, because I felt like I didn't have the answer before the show. But then I'm going to come to that, but I was also going to say that, about the love. I feel like the journey and having these conversations not only helped me figure out what love is, but it helped me figure out what love isn't. And it like made me better, honestly. I can't even lie. It made me better. It made conversations easier. It made dating or trying to date easier. Like, I'm not afraid of asking questions. I'm not afraid of saying what I want and telling them what I want. All right, I think I'm gonna try to get answer another question. What kind of woman am I interested in? I'm trying to get Walt up here. What's good, brother?
What's up, bro?
Put some clothes on, man.
Man, I just woke up from a nap. I really just woke up from a nap. Let me hold on. Let me tell the show. I was just about to shave my head, man.
God damn it, Walt, put some clothes on, brother. What kind of women am I interested in? Honestly, I'll answer that question first while Walt's getting dressed.
All right, let's do it.
So the things that are important to me are like compatibility with my daughter first, right? Compatibility with my family. She's got to be attractive, right? So the attraction is going to get me there. The substance is going to keep me there, right? So by substance, I mean intelligence, goals, wanting to do things, being able to understand that I can be goofy sometimes. I'm going to probably do some things that she may consider strange, like go to Lebanon, Kansas. Right? And if she can understand that, I think it's going to be good.
That's what keeps life exciting, bro.
Exactly. Just like this whole trip, like these last 2 weeks, I honestly bought my ticket the day of.
Listen,
right?
I just woke up from a nap and was like, I'm going to Costa Rica. So I am literally looking at flights. As soon as I get off this live, I'm going to find the first flight out to Costa Rica in the morning. And I'm out, dog. I'm trying to tell you.
Do it.
I am out. I need to disconnect from the internet for a couple of days.
Do it.
This stuff is crazy.
What else? I'm trying to do Puerto Rico.
Hey, let me know. Puerto Rico is a hop, skip, and a jump. Like I said, you're kind of a Walt. You didn't really like Sabrina, did you? Listen, I'm trying to do the Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico's around the corner. No,
Okay.
to answer your question though, yeah, I did like Sabrina. Me and Ty like Sabrina. Yeah, I like Sabrina. I did. It wasn't that I didn't like her. You know, it's just the environment um, can be toxic, and you can't control uh, rumors and what other people are saying about you. And if that communication isn't there, there are definitely some rumors floating around. And she didn't tell me at the time. She told me we talked about. I don't even know if I'm supposed to talk about stuff like this right now because
Let's
I
go.
still got
Oh,
like one more interview that I'm
right,
obligated to do.
right.
But also, I'll just say to not to get into too much detail. Uh, there were people that were trying to sabotage Sabrina and my relationship, and those seeds that were planted um, worked. I'll put it
Uh,
that way. But I think no, but I definitely liked her. I mean, to me, worst case scenario, um, I thought we would at least end up lifelong friends, like because I feel like the friendship was established.
yeah,
But can't control that.
yeah.
So, what's going on, Ty?
I'm good, man. Yeah, I was just talking about, finally getting settled in. I know, the cast, some of the cast got together last Friday. I wasn't able to join them. I wasn't
Uh,
even able to hear what people were saying on their lives. So
mm,
I just got on here, because I'm home. I finally got a chance to exhale, um,
right.
and think about it all and just watch that last episode
I
all
I
over
have
again.
I have
Huh?
not had a chance to exhale. Actually, I think it was Friday.
Hmm.
It was either Friday, man. I just felt myself on edge for no reason. Like I was just snapping at everybody. I was like, I need peace.
Yeah.
I don't want to answer the phone. You know what I mean? It's just,
Uh-huh.
it was too much. Everybody wanted to talk about it. You know what I mean? Family,
Uh-huh.
friends, people you don't know. You have all of Twitter and IG
Yeah.
uh, commenting, people posting their own, well, I shouldn't say posting, people like inserting their own personal trauma into their
Yeah.
comments. Like, Walter's like this. I'm like, you don't know me.
Yeah.
You don't know me from Adam. If you had communicated more, you have no idea how
Right.
you have no idea how much I communicated. There's always three sides to every story. Her side, his side, and the truth. And I've actually consciously made that decision to refrain from saying a lot of my side, you
Hmm.
know, because like what good is it gonna do? You know what I
Hmm.
mean? And
Right.
and you know, then of course I saw red flags. You obviously saw some red flags, right? So there's red flags and warning signs in both directions from everybody, but it's a matter of whether or not you think you can work through that.
Right.
And
Right.
you're right, because
Right.
everybody got shit with them, right?
Right. So I was saying that the journey makes you feel like you need to finally push through red flags that would have probably turned you off, right?
Right.
Because you're
Hmm.
like, all right, I'm just gonna go through this cycle all over again if I don't do something different.
Right. Right.
So
Exactly.
let me see if I could push past this, overlook this, right? Let's
Right.
go. Because it may lead
So
to something great.
yeah. So sometimes you are uh, trying to be more understanding, more
Yeah,
empathetic, more
yeah,
forgiving,
yeah.
um, because you also have that same magnifying glass
On you.
pointed at yourself.
Yeah.
You know. Um, and I was on an interview the other day, and the woman asked me, "What did I learn?" And my initial thing was like, "I need to get my apartment together because." But of course I'm joking. I usually always start out with a joke and then I get into the
Yeah,
seriousness of it.
yeah.
But I told her, um, I learned that I had to look at myself
Mm-hmm.
and and see if am I the man that I said I was going to be. Like
Right.
when I was a child, I was like, when I grow up, I'm going to be this type of man with this
Mm-hmm.
type of integrity, with this type
Mm-hmm.
of character, with this type of honesty. You know what I'm saying? And
Mm-hmm.
the journey makes you look at yourself in the mirror and ask yourself, how are you carrying yourself? And what type of man are you the man that you say that you are?
Yeah.
And I said, so, I said, I'm just really trying to be better every day and trying to be that person. Oh,
Uh-huh.
shit, my phone died.
Well, he'll be back. But to his point, I definitely feel him about, going into it being the person that you are supposed to be. If you actually look in one of my posts, there's a poem that I like called "The Guy in the Glass," and basically, it's all about how you look at yourself, how you are going to react to yourself if you feel like you've cheated yourself. Right, so definitely go and read that poem. It's by Dale Wimbrough. I was actually going to ask Walter again if he would do it all over again, and I'm about to ask him what he would if he would do anything different. All right. So before I answer that, there's some Shiloh questions. I'm not going to say anything negative. What up, Dante? I had put it out there if the fellas want to join, fellas from the show want to join. Send me a request. I'll get the fellas up here. We'll chat it up because the ladies always have one. But I definitely, if the ladies are on here too, I would definitely get them on. Would I do it again? Oh, the Shiloh thing. No. Me and Shiloh aren't together. I don't have anything negative to say about Shiloh. That's probably about it. Am I single? Yes, I'm single. Would I do it all over again? When this first ended, I said, hell no. Hell no, I'm not doing this again. But I think I would do it again. Nope, I have never been married. Would I do it again? Yes, I would do it again, but I think my approach would be more towards helping people, whether it's mental health or PTSD, and or going through the whole process and letting the world see a lot more of me. But I went in with I was real intentional, so people didn't really get a chance to see me. And would I do anything different? The way that I was feeling, I probably wouldn't do anything different. Do I have kids? Yes, I have one daughter, and I'm wearing my Super Dad shirt that you picked out for me. Walt.
Yo.
Would you do it again? It just ended for you.
Yeah. You might need to give me a day or two to think about it.
Yo,
yeah. No, but honestly, I wouldn't do. I don't think I would do this format again.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I don't know about this format.
Uh-huh.
Actually, I got all my cabinets open. I'm sitting here trying to.
Yeah.
Look at, hold on.
Do I need to ask you after you come back from Costa Rica?
No. Honestly, I would say I like the way I played this journey. You know what I mean? I really do. I really didn't go into it hollering at anybody. I didn't go into say, "Ooh, this is who I want."
Yeah.
I said I went in with an open mind and an open heart and said, "This is who I am,
uh-huh.
and if you want me, let's figure it out." You know what I mean? Like I was more presenting myself and being open and vulnerable to allowing somebody to get to know me, and if we connected or if we wanted to move forward, then we could do it from there. But I never felt like I was hollering at anybody. I just felt like let's spend some time together and see if we vibe. If we got similar energy, see if it works out. And some of the women felt, oh, well, he's not pursuing me. He's not. I'm like, we need to get to know each other.
Yeah.
And possibly maybe that was a wrong way to do it, but that's the way I decided to do it. I didn't want to feel like I was pursuing anybody for that matter. I really wanted to be like if we have a sincere connection, let's get to know each other. Let's pursue each other. And for some reason, I guess, women, like, I want to be chased. I want to be pursued. I'm like, I understand that, but there also has to be some type of reciprocation of energy. It's not a one-way street, So
Yeah. So, a couple questions. Do you feel like egos got in the way with more in the men or in the women?
Oh no, egos was all the women's side. The men were cool. The men were like, oh, so you and her is getting down like okay, so you either were, as a man, you either had to step your game up, or you decided to defer. Like, you know what? They seem to have a stronger connection than her and I. And I hope it works out. I'm happy for my man. Like, we were just like, if
we were genuinely happy for each other. Like, we were rooting for each other.
We were genuinely happy for each other. Like, hey man, I hope it works out with you and her.
Yeah.
And even if we still wanted to holler, right? Like yo, I hope y'all work out, but I'm still going to holler.
Yo, funny you say that, man.
I'm still hollering.
Funny you say that. That first the date when we went on.
Yeah.
So as soon as I realized that it was the boxing joint,
I
was like, "Fuck! I bet Walter's here." I bet Walter's here. And then
somebody said I was rooting for Walton and me.
Yeah. And then Sabrina was there, and I was like,
I agree with Walton. Thank you, uniquely, Sherry. Things should be organic. It's.
I was like, all right,
thank you. I did well,
but don't phone.
Walter, did you and Sabrina shoot between the end of the show and the reunion? I'll get to that.
Yeah. Are you sure, man? Look, man, I don't want you to get in no trouble, man. So
right, because I know I'm not supposed to be doing interviews.
Only answer what you feel. Comfortable answering.
But yeah, that boxing date never aired, right? And when I saw you, because I knew that Sabrina likes you, because she told me, she was like, my two top connections is Ty and you and Ty, and the way she said it, I was like, I think she's feeling Ty more than she's feeling me.
I'm thinking
right?
the same shit.
So when y'all showed up, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna send Ty in there with Zadia and never switch out. I was like, yeah, you go over there with Zadia, boy. We're not gonna switch out at all. We're not switching out at all.
Oh man, yeah. Do you think we could have all lived in the same house together or in a resort together?
I think that we could have, but I think that the women would have it would have came to blows. Like it would have came to a physical fight with the women if we were all in the same house. Or I think the guys would have been cool, but I think it might have came to blows with the women. And and there probably would have been more debauchery.
But I don't think you can get away with as much if we're all in the same, because we're going to talk more, right?
But see, the women were talking more anyway.
Yeah.
The women were exchanging notes and throwing daggers at each other anyway, which is why I was trying to play it so cool, because if you're dating 10 women, that's one thing. To juggle 10 women, that's hard enough in its own and by itself, right?
Yeah.
But if you're juggling 10 women and the 10 women are in group chats talking about what you tell Walt, what did Walt say to you? What did you kiss Walt? Did Walt take you out? Walt bought you tires. Walt buying tires now? Is that what Walt's doing? Walt a sugar daddy? I was like, man, I should know about them tires. So after a while, it's like you didn't know who you could really trust.
Yeah.
Like you didn't know who you could have a sincere, honest, vulnerable conversation with, because they were clicking up and becoming friends, right? And so then it became, I can't really have a connection with this person because this person's friends with that person. I'm like, yo, this woman is not your friend. You just met her a month ago.
Yeah.
That's not what you're here for.
Yeah. Hey, Sean, I see you out there, man. If you want to join, send a request. We'll get you up.
Walter Cat Daddy. Let me see if I can answer some of these questions. Walt, you're joking. Ego. Nah, really, the men really didn't have much ego. We really didn't. We really didn't. There was a couple times. First of all men have egos. Let's not deny that. But we weren't allowing our egos to turn into disrespect or ruin our friendship or ruin, like I said, just the respect that we had for each other as men.
Yeah.
Especially in this type of situation, it could get ugly. But there was times that you're around the table and somebody's telling you things about the girl that you like, and your ego is going to get a little bruised. I'm not going to lie. There's a couple times, somebody Ty said something about Sabrina, or Frank might say something about Mumin or something. And I was like,
what up, Sean?
Wait, she was doing what?
You know what I said about halfway through?
What?
I was like, if we were all, adult enough to put our egos away, I was like, I feel like all of us could walk out of here with somebody.
Yeah. I think it was very possible, but I don't think it was the egos being put away. Would definitely had to been more on the women's side. And it's funny. Okay, I keep getting this thing from all these people like, Walter, if you were really interested, you'd pursue. Walter, if you were really interested, you'd pursue. Okay, listen. There have been times in my life where I had pursued women, and there's been times in my life where I think that things happen organically. You know what I mean?
The time give anyone a chance.
The times in my life where I pursued women, a lot of times when you're pursuing a woman and you're on her like that, women push you away because they're like, why is he on me? Like, women have this weird, you have to find that weird fine line balance of chasing a woman and not giving a fuck, right? It's true. It's hard for you guys. Women don't understand the difficulty, stuff that you have to deal with when it comes to y'all and pursuing y'all. The nice guy usually doesn't get it because he's like, "Ooh, I want you. You're beautiful. I want you. I want you. I want you. I want you." And she's like, "It's too easy." Sometimes women like a challenge as well, right? So there's that factor. Then, there's the other factor of the audience really doesn't understand how much time it takes to film this show, how time consuming it is. And so if you're like Ty or myself, you have your own company, you run a business, whatever it may be, even if you got a regular 9 to 5, when you're not filming or you're not on a date or you're not in a deliberation or trying to buy clothes for the next time you get set, you're tired. You either want to sleep or you're catching up on work. Yeah. That's what you're doing in between. So, you may tell a woman, listen, we've been filming all day today. I have 10 more hours of work that I need to do for myself. If you think about me, give me a call, but I really got to get this work done. And they'll be like, okay, I'll call you if I think about you. And they don't call you. Is that my fault? Is it like, oh, well, he's not pursuing me?
No, I want to touch on that. But Sean, right? When you came in, I imagine. What's up, Sean? What up, What up, Ty? What's going on? I imagine it was like overwhelming, right? To have to get in touch with 10 people, try to get numbers, try to establish relationships, and then
after relationships is already established,
right? And then the word was like consistency, right? And Walt was just talking about living your life, running a business, your own personal stuff. Like, how do you still be consistent with 10 different people?
Let me tell you something, fellas. So y'all know, and with me jumping into the process, like in the middle of everything. First of all, hey everybody, appreciate the support and all that. But jumping into the middle of it and literally having just that pool party to meet the women. That's all I had. I didn't have no time at the mansion that was doubled up or anything like that. And you know, like Walt said, I jumped in late, but like I heard Walt talk about people becoming friends with other people and all that stuff, clicking up. I felt those clicks. And because there were clicks, there were also alliances. Like, you know what? Even if we were interested in this cat, I got a feeling some people like maybe we need to like get rid of him because he could breathe life into other people who weren't actually having connections. At least is how I saw it. But you know, like this whole make connections, intentionality. I mean, these are 21st century buzzwords. In the real world, when you have just a couple of days / weeks to whittle down a dozen people or so to your one person, because the TV production makes it seem like because it ran like 4 months, people think that we were on this thing for 4 months. And it was really shot in 4 weeks. My time was literally a week and a half, you know? So it's just because what you see, it's everything's accelerated immediately. The dates, first of all, I don't know who actually got to eat on their date. You know, we would have.
I ain't give no fucks.
Oh, I know you ain't, Walt.
You look at every scene. The first 2 or 3 dates I didn't eat, which for me meant I didn't eat all day.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
I didn't eat when I showed up. When I walked into the barbecue, there was no meat on the grill.
I lost like 15 pounds on the shoulder. I was losing weight from not
I'm looking back and like, damn, I look good when I walked out there. I ain't been that buff since. Where that muscle went? Where that muscle mass went? Because I didn't eat. We were on 15 to 18 hours
right now, bro. I'm trying to tell you, like I was losing weight, and after a while, that's why I was like, even on the date with Courtney and Camille, I'm like, I'm eating my shrimp. I don't know what y'all doing. I'm eating. If you look at us at the retreat, I'm eating at the retreat. Everybody else
is eating that shrimp.
I'm eating at the retreat. I'm eating dinner. I'm like, this is wonderful. I'm not.
Well, I ate bad liquor at the cookout because all the food was gone. There was nothing. And so I'm already trying to fend off haterism. Like literally my first conversation was at the jacuzzi when Sydney and I tried to make conversation with Camille and Zadia. And no slight to them, but that was not a welcoming experience. So I'm like, oh shit, what the hell? Is this what it's gonna be like? And yeah, it was gonna be like that. So it's just a trip. I mean, you just get these people in this environment. First of all, I'm like, it's a dating show, right? And I was sold on, well, this is Oprah Winfrey's network. This is how we do things a little differently from these other shows. And, you know, some people wanted to turn it into love and hip hop, and I wasn't feeling that. For me, like you said, Walt, and like you say, Ty, it's a matter of I'm running my own business. I'm doing my own thing. You know, some people say they're entrepreneurs, but I hunt what I eat. I have clients I need to keep up. They're not paying me. They're not paying us anything. We had a stipend, which we lost on clothes. You know what I'm saying? So it's not at all what people think.
Right.
Sean, did you walk into it? Did you walk into it like, go ahead.
No, I'm sorry. What I'm going to say is I'm going to jump back in about 5 minutes. You guys still talking. My mom's on the other line. Love you, Mom. I got to talk to Mom real quick. I'll hit back y'all in a second.
So they asked me, I remember them asking me during the interview, do you think everyone here is really here looking for love? And I was like, hell no. Hell no.
No, I don't think everybody was looking for love. You know, I can't speak too much of that. Like I said, I was open to it. Yeah. I was like, hey,
let's get it.
This might be it. This might. I gave the analogy in the interview that I did the other day. Like, you know, I've been asking for certain things.
Yeah.
It's kind of like when you're the guy that's drowning in the ocean and he's asking God to help him, right?
Yeah.
And a boat comes by and they're like, hey, you need help? He's like, no, I'm waiting on God. He's drowning. And then a guy in a raft comes by and is like, you need help? He's like, no, I'm waiting on God gonna save me. And then like a log floats by. And he finally drowns and goes to heaven. And he's like, God, why didn't you save me? He's like, I sent you a boat, a raft. And so that's how I looked at it. I was like, you know, when the opportunity was first presented to me, I initially said no. You know, I didn't go through the normal application process that everybody else went through. A friend knew somebody and was like, "Hey, if you guys are going to DC, we think Walt would be great on the show." And so I got my boy called me, was like, "Hey, you know, Radio to Love is coming to DC," and I was like, "Radio to Love? I
never. Yeah.
I don't watch that show."
Yeah. Then I ended up doing a lot of research.
Yeah, he's like, "It's a reality TV show, it's dating," and I was like, "Nah, I don't want to do reality TV. I don't want to date on television." I was like, most of the guys that I see come off corny that I've seen on reality TV. I was like, you know, I don't want to be on anything that's ratchet. And it was like, no, it's Oprah. It's Oprah. Like, it's not gonna be ratchet. It's Oprah. You know, it's Oprah. Everybody loves Oprah. Yeah. So, you know, I was like, I'll think about it or I'll consider it. You know, maybe I'll say, let me. I was like, I'll consider it. And then I got a call from, you know, casting, and they were like, "Hey, I heard you want to be on the show," and I was like, "No, I don't want to be on the show." I was like, I'm considering it. I'll listen to what you guys have to say, you know, but I don't really want to be on the show. And they told me, like, "Look, go watch the show."
Aisha,
you know, like,
Aisha joined.
Hey, what's up, Aisha? So they were like, "Go watch the show." I watched like the first 3 episodes of Atlanta, and a couple episodes of Houston. Was like, all right, whatever.
Let's do it.
I'll do it.
Let's go.
It don't seem ratchet, but I still haven't seen an entire season. The only entire season I've seen is the one that we're on.
Yeah. What up, Aisha? So I was saying, since the ladies always have a live, I wanted to get the fellas up. But Aisha, if you want to come up, of course, we'd love to have you.
But you know,
Aisha, you could tell the story how I actually blame. It's funny, I blame Aisha for the pool day.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's good to hear her tell the story. If she come up, I'll ask her to tell the story.
I'll say this to the answer with because now that I'm thinking through it, would I do it again? I would say yes, just because it is a once in a lifetime opportunity. And despite the drama and whatever the world may think, it takes courage to put yourself out there.
Yeah, it does.
And I feel like the relationships that we have, you know, you and I, Aisha, Dante, you know, all the friendships that we've made on the show, Libba, you know, Libba's a character. I love Libba.
Yeah.
So, you know, everybody, Tasia, Bamin, everybody, I'm not going to go through everybody's name.
But Aisha, I was saying that the ladies always have a live, so I wanted to get the fellas up, but we would love to have you.
Yeah, join in, Aisha.
Yeah, join so you could tell the story. The age question, I'm 40, I'm 44, I'll be 45 in a few weeks. Aisha, I think the people want to hear the story. So it wasn't just me, right? It wasn't me just like me like coming to this decision where I'm just gonna tell everybody, right?
Right.
So you know, you were saying like the girls was talking and we was like, the ladies want to know what's up, right?
Right.
And then the last thing I wanted to do was have my thoughts be, oh, you're right. So I'll tell it. But I'm
missing. I am missing this thing. I'm trying to get through everybody's.
Yeah, she can't come up. She can't come up yet.
Okay. Hey, I liked me and Moomin together too. By the way, whoever said that, lovely.
So I was like, the last thing I want to do is to be unclear with my thoughts, and then have a date where I'm not having a date that's, I guess, productive, right? Towards building something, right? So I was like, I'm gonna just be straight up. So at the pool party, you see that I was being strategic at the pool party. So I volunteered to cook, right? So I figured if I'm cooking, I could be at the grill, right? And I could watch everybody from the grill. Right?
Yeah, I was mad at you for that. Because I was trying to get on the grill to do the same thing. I was trying to get on the grill to do the same thing.
So I'm already thinking that the ladies want to know, right? They want to know what's up. Even on me and Zadia's first date, she was just asking me who was my top 3. And I was like, dang, I got to tell who my top 3 is. This is the first date. So I'm talking to, so Aisha walks up to me, you know, New York, you know, and she was like, yo, Ty, you know, if you want something, go get it, you know, make it known. Right?
Right.
So in my mind, I'm like, all right, the ladies has been talking. They want to know what's up. I'm just going to tell everybody, but it was the motivation from Aisha. So Aisha was like, yo, I told you to do that, but I didn't tell you to go on the FU spree.
Yeah, you really did, dude. You was like, you know what? I'm about to make a decision right now. And okay, so that's something that they didn't air either. I'm trying to go through all these comments. Walter was there. But listen, if I missed your question, hold on. If I missed your question, just ask it again. I'm trying to keep up.
Yeah. We'll try to get them all.
But that's why at the pool, you know, they didn't show our conversation.
Yeah.
But I was like, Ty, like, don't make a decision right now.
Yeah.
You don't gotta tell them. You don't gotta tell them right now, Ty. I was like, Ty, just okay. If that's what you're thinking and that's how you feel, that's cool. But let this thing play out a little bit.
Yeah.
Let it play out a little bit, Ty. You don't know. Let it play out a little.
Yeah.
You know, because I know Sabrina was hurt. Sabrina was hurt by that joint, you know.
Yeah.
She was hurt. I ain't gonna lie to you about that. I got about a 45-minute earful on Ty. I got a 45-minute earful about Ty after that pool party. So I was like, oh, okay. So yeah.
Yeah, I know.
You know, but like I said, you know, at the pool, I was like, you know, whatever you decide to do, I respect it, because whether you decide to you know, wait it out a little bit and sleep on it, or, you know, make a decision immediately, you know, that's either way. To me, that was completely respectful. I really don't feel like you should have been voted off for it. You know what I mean? Like, I really, but it's completely respectable because you made a decision, you went in with intention, and there was no bullshit involved. Like, this is what I want, and, you know, if I'm gonna get it, I'm gonna get it regardless, right? It doesn't matter if I'm on the show or not. This is what I want, and, you know, if it turns into love, it's gonna turn into love regardless of whether it's on camera or not. Brother, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if it's that military decision making. You know what I'm saying? If it's that military decision making, like, yo, we gotta make a decision right now.
Yeah, I just didn't want no lies. I just wanted clarity.
Right.
Moving forward. Maybe a little bit of pressure, maybe you know, was you analyzing the whole time?
Say what?
I mean, I don't mean like analyzing. I mean like when it comes to your potential partner, did you like place yourself next to everyone and was like, and then grade it out?
Honestly,
I was doing that all day, every day.
When it came to my potential partner on the show, the first day, if I'm going to break it down, the first day at the mansion, I was like, Sabrina, Courtney, Mumeen, those are probably like top 3 before speaking, right? I was like, Sabrina, I was like, probably, yeah. And I'm not going to put that in any particular order, right? But I was like, Sabrina, Courtney, Mumeen, definitely boom. Zadia and I actually had a little vibe because Zadia was personality, you know, was very interesting. You know, she was talking shit and but every time that, you know, Zadia and I was talking, something happened where, you know, we had to stop and change rooms or, you know, whatever it may be.
Phil, come up if you want to come up.
But when I, you know, my first conversation with Courtney, she was like, if you're not chocolate
and your name start with a letter C, don't talk to me. I was like, God damn. So that ended that right there.
I would date someone younger. I would do another season. Phil, if you want to come up, let's chop it up, bro.
Phil, chop it up. Would I date somebody younger? Yes, of course. That's already put out there.
Yeah.
And I don't understand. It's funny because, you know, people have gotten upset with me because they're like, well, Walter dates younger women. Well, most men date younger women, like across the board.
Yeah.
I was even told when I was a kid, you should date a younger. You know, you should date younger women because they said women mature faster than men.
Yeah.
Right. But other than that, it's not because it's just like I gotta think. I'm not R. Kelly in the damn situation.
Right.
It's just like I want kids. Women my age don't want kids. It's not a complicated thing. It really not.
Right.
It's just that I want kids. That's all it really does. So I'm gonna date younger women because I want kids.
What up, Kerry and Lipa?
I'm actually, what's up?
I want to come up. Let me know.
How y'all doing? I'm actually, I've been the opposite all my life. All my women have been. You know?
Don't get me wrong. Yeah. From 18 to about 30, I was dating older women.
Okay. Yeah.
You know, but you know, when it comes to the procreation thing.
Yeah. From about 18 to 30, I was dating women anywhere from 5 years to 10 years older than me.
Yeah. Yo.
It's you know, it's guys our age are tweeners, you know, so we're just different enough to still be able to be fathers if we meet someone able to produce children and all that stuff. But we're getting up there to the point where we need to like
you gotta make sense
doing that shit because
I need to settle down before it gets creepy.
Well, I want to take it back to earlier when you said you was coming on and was talking about the connections. You had listed all those names.
Yeah.
So I was saying that what people don't understand is that I didn't have those options, right? So
what do you mean? You was there.
The pool to choose from was different for me.
Where on the show?
On the show, yeah. A lot of people don't know that, but I did.
Why was your? Because of Courtney's sister.
So
yeah. Well, that's one person. That's one woman out of 10.
So Courtney's out. We know Camille was focused early.
Camille was Camille.
Yeah, focused early. If Libba's gone, day one.
Yeah.
I'm down to 7. Day one.
Wow.
So out of those 7, I still had 4 connections.
You know, it's hilarious. You said you're down to 7. I come in.
I'm down to 7 on day 1.
3 or 4. Because the women who made their few connections were too busy being protective of those connections. So they weren't going to jeopardize that and try to get involved with me. And then after that, it's like, all right, I also wanted children to be a factor. And when you learn things, I was literally on a fact-finding mission. I had to find out stuff before I dated.
And we damn sure wasn't trying to help your ass out either.
No, we wasn't trying to help you at all. I was joking on you behind the scenes like shit. I was like, nah. They're like, are you worried about Sean? Oh, I ain't worried about Sean. I was like, I know they brought him here. I know they brought him here to break me and Sabrina up.
No, they brought me in because they already cast me.
That's why I know why that nigga here
to break you and Sabrina up.
I know he brought him to break me and Sabrina up. That's why they brought him here. I'm joking, hey y'all. Yeah. All y'all bloggers and shit. These are jokes, by the way.
Yeah.
I was cracking all types of jokes, man. I was like, it was like somebody else. I'm like, Ty, you know me. Anything I say to somebody, anything I say behind somebody's back, I'll say to their face. That's how I get down, right? So when somebody was like, how did you feel when Sean, came out with his shirt on and walked onto the, introduced, how do you feel about Sean? I was like, I felt like I said Candyman in the mirror 5 times about 10 years ago, and this motherfucker just
right. Sean, do you remember coming to the couch when me and Shiloh were talking?
Yeah. I remember that. I was just trying to talk to anybody.
Right. I was like,
didn't want to talk to me. I remember one of our producers, I don't want to say producers' names, but one of our producers was like, hey, you need to go talk to some girls. hey, motherfucker, I'm trying. You know what you could do? You could give me another day or two.
Yeah.
and a hamburger, because you ain't feeding me at this point. So, you know, like, you know, it was first of all, my whole personality, I'm not Remington Steele or some debonair type of dude. I'm just a dude, right?
Yeah.
Man, shut up. Shut up, Sean. Shut that. Shut up. You walked in like Black Shaft.
Right.
You walked in like you was Shaft.
Let me tell you something. You didn't have your shirt open like that. I had pennies flopping. My pennies were flopping. That was. I'm like, damn, that's me. That looked good. But shout out to our boy who dressed us. But
I know. Talking about you wasn't walking in like Remington Steele, boy. I know you was back there doing push-ups, but
yes,
I
no,
would have been.
I got props because this is a friend of mine. I was back there making sure I wasn't ashy. So this is my friend. This was my friend, baby. I was leaning my ass up. I almost slid my way out that motherfucker. But I mean, you know, look, this show is, I host speed dating. You know, Ty, we're going to get you in on speed dating.
I'll
coming up. We got to get this Omicron gone first. But I host speed dating. This is speed dating on steroids.
Yeah.
And
the world is watching.
And the world
Right.
and you don't get to edit anything or take anything back. You know, you don't get to buy someone a drink at the bar to paper some things over that may have come out wrong.
No.
It's all right, we got it print. All right, then we got to move on to the next thing. It was very I don't know about y'all. Did y'all expect it to be so siloed? And what I mean by, like, all right, we got to set up this date. And it's all about production. And they want you to do your date thing for like 30 minutes to an hour, and then it's cut off. It's not, it feel as organic. Well, at least I didn't have a chance to. Y'all had cool days. My day, let's sit down and have a meal together, young lady.
Right.
What are your aspirations? Everyone else is like butt-butting and golfing and shit and hiking, and I'm sitting down and having, oh, the beef is delicious. Let's talk more. That was boring. But
man, I had coffee.
You know, the thing was, the thing was, you had to tell production what type of date you wanted. You know what I mean?
But we all went go-karting. Remember, Walt? That was
they didn't show that date.
And they
didn't show that date. You did. I think you said you did that. You rocked the hell out that day.
I love that day. They cut the shit out of it though.
That date was fun. I had a ball that day. You know, maybe they cut it out because I was sweating so much. I was hot as hell out in the go-kart.
I think I had every other joke was a dirty joke. That was the other thing too. I think I'm kind of humorous. They didn't show me be funny at all. They just lied about my information. First of all, I'm not a journalist. Why they put journalists up there? I ain't written for a newspaper since 2013. But the show, I mean, I think when it comes to the show and what people watch, I think there's a good deal of truth that comes from it because we do say and do certain things. But then it comes to, all right, at the end of the day, there's producers who need to craft a story. And they craft it however they see fit with what they got in the can. And that's what was produced hour in and hour out each week. And it
seemed to work, though. There's a highly rated show, right?
For what I did, like, if I had a good date, and, they can only stay around for so long. They're going to wrap it at some point, right? If I had a good date, we stuck around and continued to talk, or let's go have a drink somewhere else afterwards. Like, let's keep the date going, because with the time frame and how things were moving, like, I don't know when I'm going to see you again, because I don't know when, I don't know if my request for a date is going to, I shouldn't say if, I don't know when my request for a date is going to come to fruition. So let me try to spend as much time with you as I can now. Because if I go home, because once I get home, I don't want to, I hate to say it. So there's certain things that, the ladies were saying as far as like me not communicating. I completely understand that. Because when I got home, I didn't want to think about the show no more.
Yeah.
When I wasn't on set, I really didn't want to think about the show. I have life to live, right? I have things to do. And so I wasn't, if I can be accountable for my role in that, like, I wasn't I'm not about to sit here and call 10 women. I'm not.
Yeah. So
I'm not
another
gonna,
thing, yeah,
I,
good. Another thing, I didn't want to go back to like player mode, where you just have a phone full of numbers, text messages. I ain't want to go back to that. You know what I mean? I wanted it all to be genuine.
Ty, you just spoke. I don't know who I said that to, but I said that to one of my friends. I was like, I came on the show because I didn't want to go back to player mode.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? After my ex-girlfriend, I was like, I don't want to be out here in these streets like that. I'd rather be with one person, right? And so then the show puts you in that situation where you're with 10. And I was like, if I go back into player mode, it's going to be all bad.
Go relapse.
Because then you're going to,
I said Corey, but you're gonna start cutting and pasting, right?
Yeah.
Hold on, I'm Corey back.
Yeah.
I'm gonna log back in. Well, since he's calling us back, his phone interrupted him. I'll take that a little bit, Ty, and you got questions in here too. We should probably try to answer. But first of all, you know what's funny? I'm an actor, and I do other things, and MC, and writing and all that stuff. It was tough for me to try to figure out who was acting and who wasn't, because I wasn't acting. I'm used to being a performer, so I wasn't, you know, I wasn't eager to try to please people behind the scenes. You know, someone drop a bug in their ear, and then all of a sudden they're acting, not acting it out, but they're, you know, coaxed to steer conversation in a certain direction.
Right.
I didn't get much coaxing, because I'm like, well, I'm here. I'm going to ask these questions. I'm going to talk and try to eat this food if y'all give me a chance to.
Yeah.
But that's the first thing. So trying to figure out who was genuine or not in this situation, because it's unique to most people being on camera. And then secondly, I was more concerned not about the player thing, but actually finding someone. I was trying not to just stick to my norms. And my norms is, I wouldn't say older women. It used to be like 10 years ago or so. But my norms are like women who will wear dreads and twists and naturals and have onks as tattoos and listen to Erykah Badu at night, and then go to work and wear a suit and do a PowerPoint presentation or something. And I didn't find that to be obvious amongst the women, amongst the cast. So it was tough for me to find my speed, so to speak. So it wasn't a matter, you know, I remember being asked at the reunion, and not to give away spoilers, I remember telling the person who hosted, I didn't have any joy in the process, not as much as I should have. It should have been fun. I remember telling Cecilia during my elimination, I was not having fun through the process. And she was, the questioner was like, how can you not have fun? Look at all these beautiful women. I said, well, it's one thing to be around beautiful women, but it's another thing to find your woman.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure she was there or if I had the time to find her. You know, what's funny now is that now that we all know each other after the fact, I'm really thoroughly enjoying, and the majority of the women who were eliminated before I get a sample of them, I'm thoroughly enjoying getting to know castmates.
Yeah, so, they're all cool as shit.
Yeah, there's a time element involved. So for people to say, boy, I fell head over heels and I knew this was going to be my man or woman or whatever from at first sight when there's cameras around. First of all, if you don't have butterflies when you're first on camera in a situation like this, you're crazy. Something's wrong with you. I know everyone wants to be themselves, but the honest truth is that even though I'm used to being on TV or whatever, that's with the script and that's with the character. Well, Sean Durham's not a character. Sean Durham is who I am. Yeah. And I'm trying to find someone for Sean Durham, and that was my assignment. Maybe the producers wanted me to come in like scheming R&B dude, rubbing my hands, doing that behind a tree, like, yeah, I'm gonna break them up, girl, or do some shit like that. But you know, we're real people, and I think at the end of the day, even for some folks who may have a little bit of fame, they might be on their 13th or 14th minute. So I'm just about trying to live my life the best way I can in this medium and moving forward in the process.
Yeah, my thing was, like, I was bearing my soul, and I felt like the world was watching me bare my soul, and that's nerve-wracking, you know.
But you should be applauded for that too.
Yeah, that's nerve-wracking because you don't know how they're gonna react to that. You know, the first couple of weeks was tough. It was tough. Matter of fact, I think the date before Kerry or the day after Kerry, I had an anxiety attack. Yeah. If I think it was still on one of my stories, I had an anxiety attack because it was like these people who were strangers, you know, I'm thinking about the ladies' deliberation. These people who were strangers a week ago are now in the room. I mean, you don't know that they're doing this, but you're thinking that this is what's going on. That these strangers are like in a room passing around your traumas, right? Mm-hmm. He got PTSD, or he crazy, or he this, or he that, right? And then it just started to get me.
Making
you know what I mean? I was like, yeah. But we pushed through that. And everyone's cool now, you know? It's crazy.
Well, Chris Rock said it best. He said he didn't he didn't get to the next level of his comedy until he dealt with his actual truth and shared it with everyone. Yeah. And the thing is, people have more anxieties and more inhibitions than they let on. Yeah. So everybody who's talking about how fly they are and how they don't get nervous about things, or you look at people's social media posts and it's every day and every day about how awesome they are. Well, you're fucking lying, because life is tough, right? Yeah. You know, real life is tough. I mean, life is beautiful. It's enjoyable. But I relate to people who do sort of shed a little bit of their insecurity. I do that. Yeah. I like to talk about those things because I know I have insecurities. I think that makes us more human. That makes us what we relate with each other. That's the commonalities. And so for you to get out there on national TV, first of all, you served our country. So fuck the bullshit what everybody else says. There's gonna be some residual things that happen to people, even if you were just pushing paper. And you're just pushing paper. So, you know, so hats off to you with that. But thanks. PTSD and talking about it, this is a therapy. And look at you. You're starting live chats, brother. You're doing more videos. You're very, you know, the Ty. Now, let me tell you something, folks. First of all, Ty is a military man, and a military man can drink. Even the motherfuckers who don't drink, they can drink their ass off. I got my liver in a Mason. I'm from Georgia, so I can drink. This fool, I mean, we have a good time. So it's good to see those layers, because one thing I thought about this reality show experience, I thought that they would do more interviewing and talking with your friends. See you in your element, you know. People see you do what you do, so people get an idea of who you are. It's more tell than it is show. This type of format. Like I talked about how my parents influenced me, how surviving a bus accident and losing the use of my left hand shaped my life. None of that got in there. None of it. Instead, they sort of chopped me up to seem like I'm sort of smooth talking charlatan who doesn't work and is trying to be a playboy or something. But you know, I just I think that there's so much more to who are the cats. Here you go. Some of these questions that y'all had, I remember someone asking questions about certain castmates. I'm not going to get into certain castmate question and answer thing because I don't think it's necessary to just talk about people whether they're or not. But there it is. Hey, that's my boy. All right, his camera has a mirror situation, but what he has is a copy of my book.
Yo, and you got a character named Tyrone in it.
I got a character, that's his last name, Carlos Tyrone. The copy of my book, Broke, that's the novel. It's in paperback. Tyrone got the hardcover. He bought it on Amazon. I'm going to have to sign it and then whoop his ass because he didn't buy it from me because I lose money on Amazon. I do have a link coming up. I'm going to reveal it tomorrow. You all can buy it, but if you just DM me or inbox me, I will remind you because the link will come up tomorrow for you to order your own autographed copy of the book. And we got some book signings in the DMV coming up. And there's a one-man show that I perform that's based off the book too. So yeah, y'all gotta check it out.
Would you do it again?
This show?
This show. Would you do it again?
You know what's funny? There's people who say you should have done other shows. And I don't know if that's fair. Appreciate the opportunity and how they brought me in. That was like blockbusters. But
you coming in made me leave. So no, I'm just joking. I hope we didn't lose Sean. Yeah, but we were talking about that. Sean coming on actually brought an extra element. So I think they needed to eliminate 2 people that week and had your ass not come on. I'm just joking. It's all good. I'll just keep talking till Sean works out his internet. But yeah, Sean coming on meant that it's a book about men trying to get it together called Broke by J. Sean Durham. Yeah, I think it's mirrored for me, but boom. I think I got you up, Sean. Libba, don't tell me what to do. I know what I'm doing. Yeah, but he's coming up right now. But Sean's book, a novel about men trying to get it together. I got the hard copy. We're going to get that signed. He's offering to sign anything that he can get his hands on. There you are.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah, we got you.
All right, cool. Yeah, sorry about that. So my iPad was running low. Would I do the show again? Man, you know what? If they gave us like instructions, like a game show, you know, they just sort of just sent us out there and said, all right, so, okay, cool. Instead of like, all right, so do we, do we try to get phone numbers? Do we just say to you who we want to date, even if we hadn't talked to them? How does this work exactly?
Right. Like, do you want me to be sincere? Or do you want me to like, do you want TV? You know, I can give you entertainment. You know, that's what you're looking for.
We can cut the fool. I don't personally want to cut the fool, but you know, we can.
My sister's on. Hey.
Oh, what's up, Ty's sister? Is she cute? She sing?
Come on, man. No, she grown. She grown.
She grown. That's what we do. People ask about my sister, like, you gotta throw your hand up. Oh, someone asked real quick, Ty, before I got cut off, what's the book about? Yeah, so I'll read the back jacket real quick. Carlos Tyrone is pissed. More specifically, he's pissed with his live-in girlfriend, baby mama Lola, who has become ungrateful, unloving, and increasingly irritable. Frustrated, the newspaper columnist pens a string of works that sparks a grassroots movement against patronizing women called the Broke Brothers Revolution. Carlos enlists his friends Jet, Oscar, and Daniel to his cause. And that's when the fun begins. The revolutionaries boycott ladies' nights, encourage men to sue dates to recoup money from expensive outings, and protest male bashings in the media. But their antics eventually give way to huge revelations about the men's lives, including drama. Lots and lots of drama. But are these men broke, guys without money, or are they broken and need fixing? And if that's the case, can these broken men be restored?
Yeah.
So, story about real black men just trying to make it.
Yeah. I got a little bit through that first chapter, and it hits home already, like right off the rip. Because, you know, sometimes your approach is, you know, most people will think that you got to pay for the friends' drinks to get in there, to be, you know, and you don't have to, but it don't mean you broke.
It just means at your age, you don't want to just be seen as meal ticket for people you haven't even said hello to. You know, like the situation he was dropped into. It's like, all right, well, real man will take care of this and all that stuff. Okay, yes, I can take all of that. I'm here to see her. Why do you expect me just to take care of all of you just because you're in her vicinity? You know, it's like, well, some people put these obligations on manhood. There's a gentlemanly thing to do. All right, you and your girlfriend there. All right, well, I'm spending time with you. I'll buy you a drink. Cool. And then there's people who want to talk about how they flossing and how well they're doing, but they still expect you to do everything for them, and they won't even say hello to you. So, but the book is not just about finances. It's really not about finances. It's about what is manhood in the 21st century and trying to pinpoint what that entails. So We take a humorous way to get there, but it's a good story, and I'm proud of it. And it was actually taught in a couple of college classes. One was marriage and family therapy. The other one was human sexuality, both at Georgia Southern University. So shout out to Dr. Marlo Arnett Rouse, who had those in her classes because she thought that was nutritious to get it taught there. So yeah, I'm excited for everybody to read it. But I don't know, but getting back to you though, Ty, would you do the show again?
Yeah, I would.
Is that knowing what you know now type of thing?
Yeah, I would do. I would let, just like I was, not to talk about it, but I would say I would give the world the opportunity to get to know me more. So I would go through the process a lot more, and not be so much focused on, my intent. I would still go through the dating process, but you have to remember that going through the dating process, you still have to not send mixed signals to the people that you're dating. So maybe, on the back end, I could be like, hey, I'm interested in someone. That's what I'm leaning towards. But so we can get some more screen time, let's go some dates, and then we can both show our own personalities and let the world get to know us. Maybe that's how I would do it next time.
A friend of mine, oh yeah, I see you 5 Months to Fail. 5 Months to Fail? Yes, I was in a movie called The House in Invictus. I'm kind of like the backdoor villain to that one. It's on Amazon Prime now. And I'm in a couple of movies, actually, and I'm going to be in an HBO miniseries. I have a small speaking role in that coming up called We Own the City. That's going to be probably spring or summer of this year. But I got a question for you, Todd, because someone brought this up to me, especially after the last week's episode, not this past week, but last week's. Being there with you, how you sort of told Shiloh how you felt on the show. Some people thought that Shiloh sort of did the same thing with Phil and was kind of rebuffed. Do you have any comments about how that sort of like is an ironic turnabout type of thing? Like she singled him out. I know it was later in the process, so to speak. Yeah. But you singled her out too, and it's the same sort of deal. And it's sort of like she didn't take it. Some would say she didn't take it well. We still don't know. Any comments? You can easily say no comment.
I'm just responding to the question, right?
Yep.
All right. So obviously, there's a lot of things that people don't know. And she hasn't had a chance to, share her thoughts on it. I feel like the people should reserve judgment until you get to hear the whole story, right? And I'm sure, and I'm telling you, it's not just as black and white as people think, where you have to understand that it's a process and and have grace in people's process. Yes and no, right? Just keep in mind, like at that point, and I can't speak for them, but at that point, you have to imagine that, they're weeks, they're like maybe a month and a half into it, right? And not to say anything negative about Phil, but I feel like at that point, you kind of had an idea of who everyone liked, and it was known, kind of. And it was still, maybe in her mind, it was still unknown. And maybe she's just like, just let me know, right? Just let me know. So either I can move on or not. Maybe just give me an answer. And maybe the lack of an answer wasn't her being mad that it wasn't the answer that she wanted.
That's possible.
Maybe she just never got an answer. And it wasn't like, I want you to choose me. I just want you to answer the question.
As they say, family feud, good answer.
Yeah, it's not if you have to ask, the answer is no. Because it's not. Because mind you, we're all still choosing, and people were choosing up until the last day. So you can't say no answer is an answer.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
All right. Question for you here. You know, I've already told you, like, I'm proud of you. I told you that when we rolled back from the reunion. Like, I admire how you put yourself out there, even more so than everybody else. What have you learned from the experience of the show, if anything, now moving forward?
Okay. So
45-year-old man.
Yeah.
Out in these streets.
For sure. You know, I learned that, you know, I thought love was a person, right? I felt like love was the image of a woman that I'm going to fall for and lust for and be with forever. But I found out what love is, and I found out what love isn't. And love is just, how do I even explain it? Love is just you loving yourself first, understanding what your boundaries are, and not budging from your boundaries, you know, living in your truth, being honest. And if you can share that with someone who is also at that point, then that shit is going to be amazing.
Yep.
So, you know, I thought that love would be like me seeing someone and being like, oh shit, like I want to be with this woman forever. But I'm realizing that that feeling comes with the substance that she brings, the extra that she brings. Like you're falling in love with the extra, right? Because you already like her. She's already appealing to the eye. So everything else that comes with it is just amazing, especially if you can combine forces with what you already have and what you're already feeling. People, when they talk about love, sometimes they talk about things in a negative fashion. And I don't really mean it like in a negative fashion, but some people like to use words like sacrifice and trusting that I'm not going to get hurt. And I feel like if you put the negativity into it, like you shouldn't have to go into a relationship feeling like you have to sacrifice anything. Do you know what I mean? Like, why am I sacrificing something that I want for the rest of my life? I'm never going to get that because I have to be in love with this person. No. Do you know what I mean? No. If you want something, put it out there, you know, and go get it.
Yeah. People got too many guardrails.
Yeah. Like if people,
yeah.
If people are saying they're sacrificing, honestly, in my mind, I feel like they're sacrificing because they want to date someone else. And they're like, I'm going to sacrifice just by being with this one person forever. You ain't even got to do that if you don't want to do that. You know, like, what are you sacrificing? Really? I'm going to throw the same question on you. Go ahead. Answer that same question.
I forgot a question.
You asked me about...
No. I got you. So what did I learn on the show? You know, the show told me that I don't have to do anything I don't want to do with anyone I don't want to do it with.
So, question. Did you used to fake that earlier in your life and not be so open and honest about it?
No. And you know, that's kind of a two-track answer, but I'm going to try to merge them. And what I mean by that is, like, I would say this: all my life, I have been gifted enough. I even skipped a grade, was in special programs, things like that. I've been gifted enough to have things fall into my lap career-wise. And that was sort of the same way it went with my relationships. They're like, oh, this person is interested in me? Cool. You know, I've been a geek for so long. And then you get certain people show interest. And I'm naturally a young, trusting fella.
What up, Court?
What up, Court?
I'm asking the ladies if I see the ladies out there. If y'all want to join, let's get it.
Yeah, y'all get in because I'm going to leave in about 5 or 10 minutes. But for me, it was a matter of the show taught me that, I feel this pressure. You know, the thing about the show is that the producers keep pressuring you. All right, so who are your interests? Who are this and that? And like, I don't have it yet. And you know what? If I don't have it, then goddamn it, I don't have it because I'm not supposed to. You know, I don't feel I need to shoehorn my life into other person's mold of what a 45-year-old man is right now. Everything about the 21st century in life, love, relationships, and in career is being made up on the fly. It's not what it used to look like. I would want something similar in nuclear, but you know, nuclear families as we knew them, I wouldn't say that they're extinct because I came from a nuclear family. My brother and my sister are in nuclear families. But what I'm saying is that nuclear families, those things are often forged together at a young age, younger than our age. Now I got to progress as a 45-year-old and take so-called good with bad and be like, all right, I can work with this. And if I can't work with it, then I should just be like, you know what, that's not going to work for me. You know, the toughest thing for me on the show was it was a great date. Guys that cannot, and if Sabrina's on here, she'll tell you, we had a great date at the Goji Yogi. You know, we're cracking jokes.
Hold on one second. Yeah. I see you, Cornelius. What up, bruh? Can't wait to chop it up with you.
Man.
I think I also saw Corey.
Corey did get in. I saw Corey get in, too.
Yeah, I don't know if Cornelius can get in yet.
If you cats want to get in here, come on, because there's some people on here who want to talk to you.
Yeah.
But just to wrap it up, like the toughest thing for me was telling Sabrina that I wanted kids, because I know as a woman of my age who already had a daughter, she may not have been down with that. Mm-hmm. The funny thing is that also got me eliminated. You know, and I felt really like, I'm like, was I supposed to be? Oh, should have lied? And I was really confused as to why people were like, are you running game or things like that? And now I look back on them like, one, that was stupid. And two, I told a woman that I was feeling the truth about what I wanted. And as a man, people keep telling us, especially women, because women, you all talk more than men. You know, y'all have the conversation. You have the mic when it comes to these relationship things. There's more women on this chat right now than men. Men, when we get into a space where we feel comfortable, that's when we share. We often don't share when women tell us to shut the fuck up. So this is what I'm talking about. And that's the point of my book. Men have feelings too. We have wants and desires. It's not just about what the hell you want. And so if I say I would like a child, I shouldn't be chastised or criticized for that. Or if I say, you know, I hadn't reconciled that yet, then respect that. Just like you want to be respected. You can't be you need someone else to say I do at the altar. You just can't drag a man up there and say we married. Now, like what? That's like the old school club, caveman getting a clubbing a woman over and dragging her by the hair. So I'm even more assertive now. The show, long story short, has taught me that I can be more assertive about what my forever looks like, because we both must agree to it so it works. Because a relationship is not just about loving each other. There's going to be times you don't like each other. You know.
Yeah.
So,
Walt and I was just talking about that, how the show helped you have these tough decisions. I mean, not the tough decisions, but the tough conversations early, because we were having deal breaker conversations and then trying not to be too concerned about how the other person was gonna accept. Not accept, but accept your truth, right? Like you gotta kind of move on from that, and you gotta do that in real life too. Although you may like that person, and we were just talking about how sometimes, you know, when we were younger, you didn't really want to tell them the truth because you felt like you may lose out on the person. But then you realize that your truth outweighs the person in the end, right? Like if you're not happy, ain't nobody gonna be happy.
Right.
So might as well figure out what's gonna make you happy first and go get that.
Exactly. Go for that. Someone asked, now that I'm off the show, am I feeling anyone from the cast? I made a decision to not extend the show off camera. You know, like I think the thing is there's a lot of feelings. I think like this is like a class reunion, an extended class reunion. Like we're getting together now, we're able to speak freely, we're able to know each other in our own personal space. And I'm not trying to just dive right in and like, let me date this person, let me date that person. You know, there's still some rawness to the whole experience. I want to get to know these people legitimately as friends and just keep my journey going. I don't want to keep going backwards to relitigate Ready to Love DC. So I think that's the mature way to go. And if anything pops off, then so be it. But I like the ladies. I like most of the ladies that are in our clique. You know,
we go at it still. Like me and Libba go at it.
Yes.
Me and Carrie still go at it. Like we be talking shit to each other, but
we have fun. Yes, we will all be at the reunion. Well,
are you single, Sean? Can you answer that? You single?
Yes, but I am dating.
You are dating. Okay. I know
that's the generic word. Like,
I know that means.
There's no rings on my finger. That's if a woman were answering. There ain't no rings
but there is a person.
That could be a person. Personages. Person. You know, I cook, and you know, maybe some person has gotten a plate or two. You know, like hey, you know, like there's people say a way to a man's heart is through his stomach. Shit, let a woman see that you can cook. She'll be eating just the same. But no, I'm still out here, still DC single bachelor man, but trying to stay COVID free and see what the world has to offer.
Yeah, someone asked about the rules for interviews. I think there's some mandatory interviews.
That's right.
First, no interviews if you're still on the show. But once you get eliminated, then you can do interviews. But there are some mandatory interviews after the show. And you know, in those interviews, they're going to ask the questions that a lot of people want to answer. So you don't want to give it away and, you know, take away from that interview.
Right.
Am I dating? I am not dating. I honestly haven't even, I mean, I ain't gonna lie. I mean, obviously I have thought about it, but no, I'm not dating. I have not gotten a text message or a phone number from
he probably got a few DMs. Let me tell you something. When he's out, people be recognizing folk, and he's recognizable. So
yeah. I do get that.
He ain't no wallflower, ladies.
I do get that sometimes. Ain't nobody said a word in Boston, though.
Well,
ain't nobody said a word in Detroit, St. Louis. Well, maybe a few, maybe a couple, but no, nothing. People think my DMs will be blowing up, but nah. Ain't nobody checking for time.
Ain't nobody checking for time. Hey, so is anybody else coming on?
Thank you for the compliments. I see you. We are saying thank you for the compliments.
Yeah. I don't know. Are there any other questions here that y'all?
Libba, you want to join on? You want to jump in, Libba?
You know, you may not want Libba to come. Libba's gonna tell you about some stuff you said that was wrong as hell. And she now Ty, you know, blah 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 blah. But
I mean, no. Who said they thought I had somebody who? I'll be trying. Ladies just be blowing me off. Don't have time for time.
Shashariam says I can check for Ty. She looks cute too.
I hear you talking.
She might be spam though. She looks cute. She looks cute.
Send a request, Libba. Let's get it. You sober though? I'm just joking. We heart Libba.
Yeah, we all heart
Libba. To see you. I want to live my best life. Like to see you.
Yeah, to see her. She might be getting back from Ghana soon. I think today. I think she's flying back.
Okay.
That woman's having a ball. See, that's a person. That's another person I really liked. I really appreciated because she was a very, very forward woman. like that.
Yo, people really think I'm joking about the dating thing. Like I literally said earlier that I'm going to Sean's speed dating.
He did say that. He literally did say that. And we have a little group text with some other castmates. He's like, "Yo, I got your book, and hit me up when you get your next speed date." Like, all right.
Oh yeah, I think we're gonna be on Frank's. It's gonna get deep, but Frank's got a podcast.
Yep.
Where they talk about openness and sex in the podcast.
Yeah, I got appearance scheduled, and then he's gonna start getting some other people on too. So
yes, I'm gonna.
You can hear us talk through that, and that's gonna be a trip because you know,
it's called Talk Normal to Me. So go find it. Follow Frank. I forgot his podcast mate's name, but I have listened to a few of their shows.
Mm-hmm.
It's good.
Well, real quick, they're asking about the speed dating. Speed dating age range is basically 25 to however old you want to be. So I'm hired by a company. I'm the regular speed dater. There she is. And there's Lippa. Let me answer the question real quick. Hey, Lippa.
What's up? How you doing?
I'm good. I was hanging on for you. I got to leave soon because I'm hungry. But it's good to see you as usual. I was just telling the people here about the speed dating real quick. So I host speed dating for a company called My Cheeky Date in the DC area. That's what I consider like the pop charts if you do music as a metaphor. So it's mostly white, some blacks, some Hispanics. It's a mixed bag. You get what you get. Sometimes Janet Jackson's top of the charts. Sometimes the Pet Shop Boys. Or some other shit like that. But I have my own speed dating event called the Soul Date that we're relaunching. Right now we're looking at March, and that's more ethno-centric. So just follow me, and I'll get you some information on that when we get those ready to go. Like I said, with me, I'm trying to get Omicron out the way, but if the other group hires me, I host those anyway. So that's what's up.
Right. Do you know what Sean's Placeware looks like?
Does his what?
Do you know what Sean's Placeware looks like?
His placeware?
Yeah.
What?
No.
Ty over here trying to start some stuff.
I'm trying to start
It's funny as shit. Listen, you talking about you don't have nobody in your damn DMs and stuff like that. Ty, we've been out too many damn times.
Sean said.
And we already know what it is. Don't be fooling these people on Insta.
You ain't never seen me with no one?
No, I haven't. I haven't seen you with no one.
No singular one.
I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means, but I was trying to see because Sean was talking about making plates for people. So I'm trying to get down to the bottom of it.
I have not made any plates for Liver.
No, he has not made me any plates. He ain't making me nothing.
I be cooking, period, though. Like, so.
But Sean, listen, let me tell you the type of food that I like, just in case you do want to invite a sister over. How about that?
Okay.
You are something else, Ty. Ain't nobody falling for your shit.
Liver, people want to know, what's it like hanging out with Ty?
Ty, you're a lot of fun. You're crazy. Like crazy, funny crazy. So what's so cool about you is that you at first you'll be quiet in the background, just observing, then you get your little drink, second drink, you got a little two-step.
What two-step?
You get to the third drink, you're talking all kinds of shit.
True.
Sometimes you get to the fourth drink, by that time you're trying to unbutton a little something, your two-step turn into a happy feet,
Yeah, for sure. You're a
lot of fun. I mean, the beautiful thing is, like all the men, we have so much fun together, you guys. So Ty, I enjoy watching you out, okay? Because, it's just a matter of progression. It's a matter of time, which you see, Oh, freaky Ty. Come on out.
Oh, freaky time. That's what we
I don't know what that means.
Meaning, you know.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, we know what it
I
means.
like the I call it the mental jousting that we
Okay.
do. That's a good phrase for it, right?
The mental what?
The mental jousting, the way me and Libba talk to each other.
Oh, I
When
see.
Drink 3, drink 4. I just like to see if I can get a reaction.
And you typically don't get the type of reaction that you
No.
think you're gonna get.
No.
You don't. I'm a little you're a little perplexed by me, I think, sometimes. Like
Yeah.
you don't know which way to go. Which is
Oh,
perfect
man.
because you're a boy genius. You're very smart. So, you know.
Libba won't give me nothing to work with.
Not one thing. No.
Oh man.
But it's fun though. Like, you know, again, I enjoy our circle so much. Yeah. It's a lot of fun. Yeah. It's fun to see Sean out and about because when he's out, he's a lot of fun. I think they saw how introspective Sean was on the show, but like he's also like the life of the party as well.
Yeah.
Great sense of humor, sarcastic as hell, you know.
Let me tell you something about Sean. Go to Sean where he knows the place.
Yeah.
Then it's a lot different, right? It's a lot different because you get that VIP treatment.
Oh, really?
You know what I mean? They know his drink. They know his cigar. They know.
It ain't the VIP treatment, Ty.
Bruh, I kind of like that treatment, man.
They do know me, though. They're like, oh, yeah, we're about to close it. Oh, it's Sean. Shit. Hey, we'll see you for a second.
Yes.
Wait a minute, y'all. They're asking me, who am I dating? I'm dating no one. Right now, it's a little...
Come on, Libba. Come on, Libba.
It's true. I mean, I want to date. I want to have a boo. I'd rather be up in here snuggled up. I wanted to be snowed in, but, you know, the timing is off. It's all wrong, so...
What's your DMs looking like, Libba?
I have a lot of weirdos in my DMs. Yeah. Like a lot of... I mean, it's scary. Like, oh God, if I answer or I reply, it's going to be an episode of you. Like, I'm good. So it's weird. I have a lot of weirdos in my DMs. So I kind of leave it alone.
Huh.
Yes, I agree, honey bun. My timing is coming. I'm not pressed.
Cornelia says you got a roster, Libba. Don't let nobody don't let you fool us.
Cornelia, shut the hell up. I ain't got no damn roster.
I can't wait to chop it up with Cornelius. That's gonna be fun, man. Y'all need to hang out with him. Sometimes I wish that the world can hang out with my castmates so they can like really see what's going on.
Yeah. Know? Cornelius is a sweetheart. Like, I only have positive things to say about the brother. Like, he's been such a gentleman, very sweet, very kind. I think that sometimes there is a misperception about him, obviously, but I really, I value that brother. You know, I really do. And, you know, the court of the public opinion is oftentimes wrong, you know, or from our perspective, like no one will really understand our experience except for us or people who've been through this process, you know, so people automatically think, well, you all signed up for this. You signed up for it, so you should be scrutinized. You should take all this shit that comes with it, you know, but when you join a show such as this, no, you don't necessarily know all that comes with it, you know, and there's a lot of unexpected things that will pop up that it's like you got to deal with. But no, you don't necessarily, and that doesn't give people the right to, they criticize you. Like I was reading something, they were criticizing the amount of hair that Momeen had on her arms.
Yeah, man.
Like, really?
They're reaching. Like
Momeen has hair on her arms?
How hairy somebody's arms are?
Yeah.
That's crazy. But
they didn't see Harry. We saw her Friday at the. They didn't seem hairy to me.
Yo, they pointed it out. They zoomed in.
they did a JFK forensics
to the follicle.
They zoomed in.
Yes.
Like they zoomed in like, yo, no offense. I think Momina is beautiful, but look how hairy her arms are. Like, damn, did you count the number of follicles? Like, what are we doing here?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, so yes, of course we joined this show, but and some people, you know, they were ready for love. Some people thought they were ready, figured out they weren't. Some people were like, yo, I'm gonna do whatever I need to do to get on this show and stay, you know, or whatever. But everyone, but whatever the case, I don't think that anyone anticipated the scrutiny that we all receive individually, and then also collectively as the DC. You know, they're talking about us like some dogs.
Yeah.
They're like, this is the worst season ever. You don't represent the DMV. I am born and raised here in the DC metropolitan area. Okay, I'm a homegirl. I love go-go music. I love Chuck Brown. I love chicken and mambo sauce. I love all of that. Okay, I know where the big chair is. I remember all of it. So yeah, I'm from the area and I'm proud of it. But at the same time, people get screwed. You know, I don't talk like everyone. I don't say Merlin. I mean,
Merlin. Merlin the Wizard. MERLIN.
I don't say Merlin. I had too many relatives correcting me.
There was a comment that nobody said Mo.
Or they don't say Bama. Like, I say Bama all the time, but shit, I was the first one eliminated, so y'all not gonna hear it.
Right.
So yeah, I mean, but it's a cultural thing. But I'm proud of this area, and I think that we did, regardless of whether or not people like the show. The fact is that we're from the DC area, we're representing, and you know, who would have thought that outcomes and things that have happened played out the way that they did, you know? Yeah.
So I asked some of the fellas, do you think that we could have survived with all of us living in one place, like on one resort or on one ranch?
Survive? Hell yeah. Like, what was gonna happen? This ain't like...
I mean, like, without fighting.
Oh, absolutely not.
You're speaking from the women's perspective, right?
I'm just speaking so first of all, the show is an experiment. It's a social experiment, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, but when you put it into a contained environment, there's no way that you're going to have a show without some level of drama, without some level of women, especially women, going back and forth with one another. You know, you don't see that so much within men, even.
And then you have producers instigating a few things and, producing. So it ain't just going to be a clean, like, PBS documentary. It's going to be some motherfucker bitch, you knew that. There's going to be all of that, some of that. I would just hope it wouldn't be as hood because we're DC professionals.
Well, let me tell you something, honey. What was not going to happen is I'm not an entrepreneur. I work in kind of like corporate America. I'm a professor, okay? And so I can't be on Oprah's network or national television acting a damn fool. Never, ever will I ever, okay? Period.
I hear you.
It's true. My mother and my father, they still alive. They will still him and sister up.
I hear you.
I am a mother. Okay.
I hear you. The reunion, though.
I didn't act a fool at the reunion.
The previews for that.
Did I act a fool, Sean? Did I act a fool at the reunion?
No. You're just walking to console some people.
Yeah.
Oh, did I give away too much? I thought that shit was apparent. It's in the damn preview, right?
Yeah.
They showed that in the preview.
Yeah. And y'all didn't get a good look at it, but the suit I wore is fire. Woo! We looking good.
I think the reunion is gonna be everything y'all expected.
And more.
Y'all want some chitlins to cut up? Y'all gonna get some chitlins to cut up.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all better drink. Y'all look. Let me tell y'all something. with this review, with the reunion, y'all need some popcorn. You need some wine. You might need a cigar. You might need a funny cigarette. A cigarette.
Funny
Just get ready. Just get ready, because it's gonna be something. A lot of y'all already think it's ratchet, so we're gonna give you a little bit of this, a little bit of that. It's highly emotional, highly charged.
Yeah, for me, it's like I get my 5 minutes done and I'm good. Now I'm just commenting on everybody. It's just great. I was there for like a cup of coffee, you know? It was all good.
Well, shit, if you were there for a cup of coffee, I was there for a little sippy cup.
With your pinky out.
Can you put it in your hand? Like that's
Fuck up, pour it in my hand. Can you pour my ready love check in my hand? Here you go, Miss Libble.
I'm in there like, why am I here?
Oh, Ty, don't be like that. Go insert yourself, sweetheart.
Why am I here?
Why are you here? Because you invited me. That's
No,
why I'm here.
No, he's talking about the reunion.
I'm talking about the reunion.
At the reunion? Ty, you did good though. I mean, we're not going to talk about the content of the reunion, but I think that we all represented ourselves well, you know, and we told our stories very well, you know. So yeah, there's no crickets while you're on stage at all, Ty.
No, I wasn't saying that. I was saying, you know what? I'll be quiet.
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying
Y'all
to
see.
like,
Y'all see.
I'm trying to smooth this thing out so you don't have to go into detail.
So,
Yeah, you all will know in 5 days. In 5 days, part one, I think it's a 2-part. Part
Right.
one of the reunion special will air, and we could chop it up some more after that because, you know.
Is anyone doing any pre-reunion interviews?
You know, there's a whole roster of people who the holidays have not allowed them to do interviews.
Okay.
So there's still some obligation interviews that are still available. So you all could like be on these internets and look for those if you want to do that.
I
It's at
definitely
least
did
6
my little
people.
interviews. Y'all can look all over the internet. I mean, I've done plenty of interviews.
Yeah.
I definitely did my interviews. You know, I'm the first lady eliminated, so they only want to hear but so much. Like, damn, you know, it's 10 weeks later. They don't want to hear about me. So
I personally think after the show is a wrap, you know, we can probably have a little bit of anonymity and just live our lives because the next catnip will be the next cast.
exactly.
Which we won't say anything about. We may know a little bit about that, but the next cast will be the next catnip. And so people who may be stressing about how they looked or appeared, it's okay. We all got some obscurity coming. I mean, most of us are on the 13th or 14th minute of our 15. So
Well,
I'm
I
not.
didn't even have 15. I think I had like 2 minutes.
I think you had 2 minutes and 15. And then and you had the one of the best sound effects during your exit. What was it?
What? So
Audible
I
gasp.
explained this. Y'all don't understand. So like when that scene happened, right? And Tyrone, you were there, so you understand. Tommy had paused for like a very long time, like twice. Remember, Ty? So he was like, so, you know, the men had determined that
You're not talking loud enough if you're trying to do Tommy.
Oh, well, let me do that.
You gotta be loud. How's it going, ladies and gentlemen?
What?
How's it going?
Well, you know, the men have determined that there are 2 ladies who are just not ready to love. And he was like, Libba and Tasia.
Libba goes to see if this is some bullshit.
Listen, so while he's pausing or whatever, I literally held my breath. I held my breath for the whole entire time. So he was like, Libba. Once he said my name, I was like, oh shit, did he call my name? Although I knew I didn't make no connections with none of y'all. But I was like, he said my name first. Wait, he said my name first. Okay. So when he was doing it, I was like, so when he said Libba and he said to see, I held my breath like, Now he paused for another minute or two, waiting to hear whatever else. So then he's like, so just so you know, the person who's going to be eliminated does not mean that you're not a good person. It just means that your love is simply not here, right? So, and the woman who is not ready to love is...
Libba's running out of breath. She's running out of breath right now.
Libba. So me like, oh, that was like me gasping, like, I can breathe. And they just called my damn name. God damn it.
Like a balloon going out.
I was like, oh. But, and then I said something like, they need to do a do-over. But I knew, I was like, these men, no, my man is not here.
Say what you really wanted to say, Libba.
I said, that MF, no. But I was really thinking like, he's not here. I knew it within like an hour. Like, yeah, nah, this ain't gonna work for me.
Mm-hmm.
So, but again, like, I still think that all the men are dope. You know.
Look at us now.
Yeah, I'm hanging with y'all now. Like, you all have gotten to know me a little bit better. So, yeah.
Trying to.
You know what, Ty? Don't do that shit.
Getting something.
Oh boy. I gotta wrap, guys. I'm gonna get out of here.
Okay.
Ty, this has been great. Thanks for hosting. Libba, good to see you again as usual.
Thank you.
You know, so folks who don't know, we had a rap party to watch the reunion finale. The reunion finale. Not the reunion, the show finale.
Yeah.
I don't know if we're gonna have a rap party for the reunion. The reunion finale. There's gonna be some band-aids ripped off and some scabs picked. So it's gonna be fun though. Y'all will have a lot to talk about. And before you move on to the next cast.
Yeah.
So
let me just say this real quick, because I see about 4 or 5 different people talking about Ty and Libba. Don't do that.
It is not too late to eat, Virgo Blue Photography. I stay up late. You don't know my life. I eat late. Oh, go ahead, Liv. I'm sorry.
No, I appreciate you breaking this shit up, because they keep saying Libba and Ty. Ty, see, this is what I'm talking about. No, the answer is no. Into the Izzo. And I love me some Ty, don't get me wrong, but the answer is no.
Want to be starting something?
So the crowd don't understand what I like to do, like when I'm out and I started having a couple of drinks. Like I flirt with Libba. Who else? Carrie. Because I don't want to say, like, it's mentally stimulating to me to try to get a reaction from them.
And I'm fire. So, I mean, I'm sweet and fire, though. You know what I mean? But
yeah,
I go straight to fire with Ty.
Yeah.
No, and there's no Walter and Libba. Let me tell y'all something. Y'all need to stop it. Okay?
Yeah.
I am an old lady. I am 45. Okay? Walter wants babies. I'm done having babies. My son is in college. There's no way. There's no way. Sean
her son is 52 years old. I saw a picture of him. I think he dropped her off one time. That dude is old. Yeah. Let me get out of here.
Did y'all catch that?
Yes.
No, you ain't old.
I mean, it's that old.
You ain't old. Your son old as hell, though. I don't know how. That dude played for the 72 Knicks. I don't know how you birthed that dude.
Wait.
Yes.
So
wait.
So people said that I don't want kids. I am 45. Hello. So one thing.
Yeah. First of all, people need to understand what the possibilities are, embryonically speaking and uterus speaking, when it comes to producing children. Unless you Halle Berry, you pay for it.
Who wants to be 46, 47 pushing a damn baby carriage? Not me. Mm-hmm. My son is in college. I'm in a different lifestyle. You know what I mean? I am where people want to be, where the kids are out the house. You could travel. You could do this. You could do that, you know? So, like, I'm not, and on top of that, I had a hysterectomy. I don't have a uterus. So I got ovaries, but I don't have a uterus. So I'm not having any more babies.
Someone said Janet had kids at 50. Janet also has a billionaire who could pay for a uterus. Last thought about that. I always tell people, you remember when we were growing up, like we would have those like Just Say No ads, and also the teenage pregnancy, shame on you. All those people are on Facebook living well, and they've got their generation of kids gone. And I'm like, damn, I could have done that shit. But that also goes to tell you too about people tell you where you can make a mistake if you do certain things. But what people don't understand is life is long. You usually live through whatever bump in the road you got. The possibility of you getting hit by a bus is 1 in 5,000. Who here's been in a bus accident? I literally have. Guess what? I survived that shit. Had 2 spinal surgeries, but I survived a bus accident. Only person on the bus, it flipped over. The point is, even when you have something crazy or life-changing and altering happen to you, you're likely to live it more than not live it. And just because people aren't paying attention to that chapter of your life still goes on. So for what people want to tell you about what you can do, what you can't do, what you shouldn't do, this is a lesson to everybody. Live your life. And that's my phone saying battery low 15%. I got to go, guys, but check out my book, Broke. I'll have the link up tomorrow. I'll have the link up tomorrow on my page at J. Sean Durham Inc. We'll get that on and cracking. Speed dates will be happening. I got some book signings, and I got some more stuff on the creative pipeline happening. Ty, I'll be seeing. We'll be drinking soon.
Sure.
Liba, you'll be drinking with us soon, because that's the way it is. Love the cast. Talk to y'all later, all right?
All right.
Bye.
Liba, you going to go to Sean's speed dating thing?
No.
You afraid I'm going to be there?
I ain't never scared. I ain't never scared, Tom.
You had to think about
Why
it.
the hell would I be afraid if you were there?
You
No.
had to take a deep breath.
You would not be the reason for me not to show up. Okay? You would not be the reason. I did not do well on national television doing those damn speed dating with 10 MFers. Okay? I did not do well. You think I want to go to some bar in DC and look at all these different men? No. That ain't my jam.
You know, I was only supposed to be on here for what, 10, 15 minutes? These lives always, well, this is my first one doing, I think I went like 2 hours.
Oh.
Tonight. I'm almost up there in y'all territory.
Okay, well, welcome, darling.
Hey, I'm trying to get it. My sister says I probably shouldn't, but I kind of like it.
You probably should go. You should what?
She doesn't want me to be the one to lead the lives and lead the interviews.
And why does she say that?
I don't know.
You need to ask her why.
I don't know. We'll ask her.
You know why.
You're right.
Miss Independent, stop.
But I'm sober. Yeah, there's some troublemakers out there.
I know. It's not going to happen, people.
Because what, Leisha?
Oh, because she said because you're corny. That ain't the reason why.
Libba think I'm a slip to say something out of line.
Who, you?
Yeah.
No. You're not. I don't think you're corny at all. I don't think you're corny. I think that I'm wondering why your sister doesn't want you to do a live or lead the live. I'm quite curious as why is that?
I don't know. I don't know. Let's hear it, Leisha. Leisha, do you want to come on? Can you come on?
So, let me see. Nav Girl 95, Libba, why no more ladies lives? For a few reasons that I will not disclose. However, I will say that we're considering coming back up maybe after the reunion and things of that nature. But did y'all see how emotionally charged some of these last episodes have been?
Yeah.
You think we want to us being in the middle of some, or not in the middle, but being somewhat, when you have friends who are continuous on the show, it's like you don't necessarily want to talk about it, so yeah.
I'm happy for everybody. I was telling them earlier, I applaud them for making it this far.
Yes.
It is an emotional roller coaster.
It is.
It's crazy. I ran into, who did I run into? I ran into Jason.
Jason?
From the previous season.
Okay.
And I asked him about what to expect. And he was like, the comments. Right? That was the first thing he said, was the comments. He was like, just be prepared for the people to just talk. And I had an idea, but shit.
But you know what, Ty? Like,
shit.
The beautiful thing about, and I know people probably get tired of me saying that I was the first lady eliminated, but it's a fact. But the beautiful thing about that for me was that I knew I only had 1 week, and then the next week
they gonna be on someone else?
Yes, and that I would be forgotten about, right? And so again, I knew my hair was a mess. I knew that they were going to talk about it. I knew it was a mess, so I wasn't going to negate the shit. Like, all right, let them talk about it, because it's true. They didn't get to see my personality, so then they can judge me just based off of what was shown. So like, bottom line is, I know who I am, and I know whose I am, right? So I can't allow all these negative things to penetrate through. So guess what? I don't even read the comments. I don't even search out information or anything like that, because it serves me no purpose, like whatsoever. Like, there's no point in me trying to figure out what Twitter or the Facebook group or anything else has to say about Live a Lib, because I already know they think that, my hair was jacked up and that I was some, bubblehead, so.
The amount of groups just on Facebook, the amount of comments from following a hashtag on Twitter, the amount of videos on YouTube. I had an idea, but it was overwhelming.
Yeah, and it will continue to grow.
Yes.
So, yeah, like, it's just getting started. They just, now the show's going to be on Hulu. Well, my God, there are some millions of people who will potentially be watching it. And so, 2 peas in a bucket.
Yeah.
We have no control over that. We literally.
Yeah, I started to get out of it. I think after week 3, after week 4, I got off of social media, and I just realized that we could just let them have that, right? That's their entertainment. We did it. We lived it. Let them have their comments. I just don't like it when it's like negative for no reason. Just a whole thread of negative comments, like, and they're starting a negative thread just so they can get some comments, right? Just so they can get some interaction on their feed.
What's interesting? I had the same conversation, I think, with Dietrich from Houston. We did a live, ironically enough. But one of the things that we were talking about was the fact that, there's a Facebook group. There's, just as you mentioned, a lot of Facebook groups and stuff, but there's one that has about 30,000 plus members. And so they talk about the fact that, well, you all signed up, so you should, whatever scrutiny comes your way, you need to take it. But they're commenting, they're saying all kinds of stuff. And essentially they have an audience of over 30,000 people who
just in one group.
Right, who are reading their comments. So what makes them different than you and I? Because you have this audience. You're looking for a response, so it's not all negative, but I think that what they don't understand is that we are real people. We do have feelings. There are things that we've said, like, they also judge what they see on TV, not understanding that some of these things really are literally hours at a time. There are dates that were left out. They only have so many minutes that they can, compile information into. And so they judge you. so harshly, you know? So what are you gonna do? And I kind of feel like, I don't know if you probably don't watch The Housewives, but there was this one.
We should talk about it more over drinks.
You know what, Ty? Let me tell you something. Let me sit up for this. Let me tell you something. I know every time you want a reaction, I typically give you a reaction. One day, I'm going to give you a non-reaction. You're not going to know what to do with it.
We'll see. We'll see.
It's true. You keep messing with me. Stop playing with me, Tyrone.
Oh, man.
Gotham, don't do it. Talking about we look good together. If y'all don't stop, y'all instigating, it ain't gonna work.
Should we do like a pre-show live, maybe Thursday, early Friday? Maybe.
We can do what we want to do. We off the show now.
True. I don't want to interfere. Like if someone's got if someone's doing an interview, say like 7:30.
Well, it'll probably
I
be
would
Danny
support
Canada.
them.
Yeah, it'll probably be Danny. So I love me some Danny. So I don't want to disrupt what she's doing because I want to support the sister. So, but I think that it's quite appropriate. You know, if you wanna do something. I mean, I have plans this weekend, so I have plans. So I'm not going to be able to join the live on Friday. I don't even know if I'll be watching the show, to be honest, because I'm going to be that busy.
Okay.
Danny is from Bossip. Danny Canada, she's from Bossip, and every Friday prior to the show, she has like a pre-show. And it's actually on OWN TV. What is it? OWN.
It's on Facebook, right?
It's on here under the OWN Real Instagram page. OWN Keep It Real. Is that what it's called? Yeah, Sherry, I got some plans, boo. But it ain't with no man or nothing.
I'm thinking of something else. I'm thinking of Crystals.
Crystals on YouTube. Yes.
Yeah, Crystals on YouTube.
Yeah. So.
Sorry, Danny.
Yeah, no. So, but that'll be a good look though. I'll support it. I'll try to join in, but I'll be busy. I'll be looking real pretty though. I got plans.
Okay. Let me meet him, Phil. You know.
But we need to do this again.
Yeah, for sure. It's 11:30. You got any parting words?
Any parting words?
You got any final words?
I would like to say thank you for inviting me to join this session. For all the people who are still watching, let me just make this very crystal clear. There is no Ty and Libba. There will not be a Ty and Libba. I think very highly of Ty. So that's not what this is about. It's just a no for me, dog. It's just a no.
She's scared.
Ain't nobody scared. I told you I ain't never scared. Ever. Okay? My father is from Southeast Berry Farms. Okay? I grew up with fear. I have no fear no more. Okay?
Oh man.
You got any parting words?
No, honestly, shout out to the castmates.
Yes.
The journey was amazing. I'm happy that, a lot of us are real cool right now.
Yeah.
We ended up learning a lot. So I'm totally grateful about that. And, let's tune in.
Yeah, I agree.
On Friday.
Very fortunate, Ty. We're very, very fortunate. A lot of people don't understand the camaraderie that we have among our castmates because they hadn't necessarily seen it before. That doesn't mean that the other seasons don't have like that camaraderie, but there is something very special among all of us, and so it's fun. The reunion has already been taped, obviously, and we're still kicking it strong, and we're still talking about
our pull-up game is strong. Not pull-out game.
I didn't say pull out. I didn't say pull up. I was just But somebody mentioned that you should talk to your sister because you did a good job. I mean, sis.
Yeah, she don't know. She don't know.
You teaching your sister some things. Is she an older sister or younger sister?
She's younger. She just thinks that, I don't know.
Yeah. What's your sister's name?
Alicia.
Alicia.
Share XOX.
Make sure you watch this and reassess what your thoughts were. Okay, he did a good job. You know, as long as he has someone like Lib on the team to reel his ass in, I think he'll do just fine.
For sure. For sure.
Oh, they think you're the oldest?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm the same.
She just be bossing everybody around.
Sister, but I'm the most mature, so I get it. The babies are the best.
Yes. Y'all like
the best.
She just I can't explain it right now, but she just wants the best for me. That's all.
Don't we all?
Yeah.
I want the best for you.
Yeah. And then she knows. Like, if we would have made it to the Meet the Family, she would have definitely been on. She would have definitely given everybody the business. And she would have, I told her to be honest, right? Any question that get asked, just be honest. So ain't no telling what she would have said.
Yeah.
Like, you already said a lot tonight, but she probably would have said.
Well, you gotta, see, that's the thing. Your sister obviously is a protector. You know what I mean? So like all little sisters, you know, your family's going to protect you and look out for you. You know, my family, because I had the discussion, like who will represent for my family, you know, and I did not want my family to give that person the blues. I kind of wanted them to be themselves and to fill them out, because either way they're gonna let me know, like, yeah, nah, that ain't the one for you, you know. But at the same time, I have a very protective sister. You know, she'd be like, what's up?
Do we see her? She cute?
Huh?
Do we see her?
My sister?
Is she cute? Yeah.
Oh, my sister's beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, all the women in my family are bad.
She's single?
She sometimes she's single for men and sometimes she's single for women.
Don't be quiet.
So I don't think she wants you right now, sir.
So much I want to say.
love, just like you love messing with me, I love stomping your ass. You don't know what to say.
There's only one way to find out, though. It's only one way to find out. Tell her to come to the speed dating. Just put her in the room with me.
She lives down south. She ain't coming up here for no damn speed dating.
I'll go visit. You know I like journeys.
Yes, you do.
I mean, not journeys like that. I'll really just be going to go.
I know you like to make a little road trip. I mean, shit, you've been to 5 states in the past 3 days.
I really just be ask my sister, just my one bag, and I just go. I don't even.
I'm going to start calling your ass Forrest Gump.
Yeah, I honestly
going across
don't even
the country,
know.
Long as you ain't running across bridges and running in the rain.
Do something this weekend. Yeah.
Huh?
Not player. I haven't kissed nobody all year.
What's today? January what?
I have not kissed anyone since.
When the last time you been on
the show? Since I've only kissed one person in the last 2 months, maybe.
2 months? Okay.
A month?
Miss Independent woman, girl, you are. Let me tell you this, Miss Independent. I don't know why I'm catching all of your your comments. She talked about go travel with him. Girl, I'm about to hit you up.
Yeah. It's getting late. It's getting late. But let's wrap this up. Let's try to do something Friday if we're not interfering with someone else's live.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll figure it out. But like
Maybe
I
after.
said, I'm gonna be busy. But
All right.
I'll try to squeeze you in.
Okay. Oh man, I was gonna make a tight fit joke, but
I know you were.
let's go. Let's go. Good night, y'all.
Yes, Bomba. I'm busy, honey. Booked and busy. Bye, y'all.
All right.
Ty, don't be trying to call me. See y'all later.
Night. Night. Night.
Good night. Thank
Yeah.
you.